first live, who currently delivers or has delivered a breakfast club? Just over to you guys straight away. So who's currently delivered? Hello?
This is Harry. Yes, I've delivered breakfast clubs.
Excellent. Harry, you're in. Good stuff. Who else? Chloe, I can see the comments. Yeah, good. Anyone else? Shazam, yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Okay, those obviously, Harry, will start with yourself. Just give us a bit of an overview on the kind of the breakfast clubs you've previously delivered, like the content, any requirements. What was the kind of bit of a history on it?
So I've delivered quite a lot of different sports for breakfast clubs. So I've done everything kind of from archery. I've done fencing. So quite a mix really, but kind of the idea, sort of what I try to do in mine is always to try and get the children as active as possible. It's kind of, it's the start of their school day. So it's really getting them kind of, moving around and playing lots of sports, and also getting them turned on, ready for lessons as well. So they're also thinking as well.
Yeah, great stuff. And do you find that works?
Yes. Yeah, no, it does. Really, ultimately it's about them kind of, getting active, but also enjoying it and doing some sort of fun, fun games they might not normally do in PE. So that tends to work for me when I'm doing it.
Good stuff. And have you typically got any kind of go-to? So if I said you could deliver any breakfast club tomorrow, what would be your go-to topic? What do you think works really well?
So I'd probably go for. Sorry, do you mean sport?
Yeah, so in terms of the sport or kind of the structure, what's your kind of safety plan? What's your go-to? Yeah, I'm going to deliver that lesson, and I'm going to get good engagement, good reaction from the children, and it's going to go well.
Probably for me it'd be archery, and the topic would be hitting moving targets. They tend to really like the challenge of that. So, for example, I put out the boards, and then I might say sort of roll like little tennis balls and stuff through the middle, so they've got to hit the moving targets, and they can get extra points for doing that.
Yeah,
that's worked really well in the past, and I've always got a lot of engagement when I've done that session. So that's
spot on. Good stuff. Cheers for that, mate. Much appreciated. Right. Chloe, what about yourself? Gymnastics, good. Chloe, are you able to unmute yourself and just have a chat, or you can't talk because the mic's broken? Okay, you have to be a quick typer then. So gymnastics, excellent stuff. Is that what you have delivered, or is that your go-to? If you had kind of delivered one, that'd be that.
Yeah, I have in the past.
Have in the past.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Great stuff. What about in terms of engagement, in terms of numbers?
Is that to me?
So who's that?
Is that to me? Yeah, numbers. Yeah, I've had numerous breakfast clubs in the past. To be honest, I've had archery. I've done archery in the past. I've done a wraparound in the morning as well at a school that I was at previously last year. So I've done quite a bit breakfast clubs, to be honest.
Yeah, cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. So what's your name?
Shazam.
Shazam. Cheers, Shazam. I thought it was, but I wasn't sure. I didn't want to assume. Great stuff. Okay, so it's just easier for me when I understand who's on. Obviously, Shazam, Chloe, thank you for your comments there. It's really good. Chloe, obviously just put on there lower numbers because it's quite early in the day. Okay, we can look at that. It's quite a good indication for me to understand where we're currently at. So I'm talking about current kind of topics that are going to benefit you for the next sort of half an hour. Good stuff. Right. So put it out there, chat box or comment. What would you say is your number one positive that you bring to your breakfast clubs? Climate energy, even though it's early. Good stuff. Absolutely vital. What else? fun, engaging activities. Here's Harry. Knowledge, yeah, good. We'll touch on these. Right, Chloe, how do you bring energy? How do you get your participants energized by what you're doing? So you've already got things set up. Okay, yeah, good. Anything else? Yeah, good. Lots of visuals. Brilliant. So breakfast clubs typically can be, you know, like I said, early in the morning, depends on different parts of the year, but certainly can be dark at times because, you know, certainly through autumn, winter, the mornings can be a bit dull, a bit dark in terms of time children arrive. They may still be sleepy. You may, depending on the setting you work within, you may offer breakfast, you may just offer activities, but certainly it's absolutely vital to have lots of visuals because the children are turning up. Yeah, probably a little bit sleepy at times, but they're still excited. They want to come. They're looking forward to being there. So visuals are absolutely key. In terms of Shazab, you put enjoyment. How do you do that? How is your number one positive enjoyment? How do you showcase that?
Obviously, depending on what the topic is, rather than me choosing what I want them to do, I kind of like let them choose what they want to do.
Yeah, it's your option freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Do you find that they can kind of decide together as a group what to do, or is it a split, or how does that look?
I kind of like ask the whole group what they want to do. I give them a list of options, maybe. Obviously, I let them put their hands up, ask them what they want. Obviously, whichever one has the most votes. We go with that.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant. Excellent. Good. Okay, Harry, fun and engaging activities. Yeah. So that's again what we're looking to achieve. But how do you bring that yourself? How do you ensure that it's a fun, engaging activity?
I mean, I always try to sort of find out what the children enjoy most. So I'll kind of come up with sort of a range of different activities that I'll do in a session. If they're kind of enjoying one more than the other, I might sort of spend more time on that one, and then perhaps add in like more progressions, so it kind of progresses that activity. Because I mean, if they're enjoying it, I'll try and sort of keep it the same rather than trying to change it.
Okay, good. Have you got any examples?
Probably my one example for when I have done archery was whenever I do kind of like a power session, I try to sort of say, if you're able to hit the board from a certain distance, you move your cane back, so they keep moving back. Then kind of the progression that I add on to that is I kind of make it into a race. So I kind of finish line at the back of the hall, and then I say, right, the person that can move back the quickest to get past the line wins.
Okay, yeah, excellent, good stuff. Okay, brilliant. We've got in here fun, engaging sessions that get the children ready for school and in the right mindset. So who's that? Who's put that in there? So all this means admin. So I don't know who that is. Jack, brilliant. Hi, Jack. Jack, how do you offer fun, engaging sessions that get the children ready for school and in the right mindset? How do the purpose of a breakfast club is rightly so, is to engage them, is to start them off on the front foot. How do you, as your number one positive outlook, how do you get them in that mindset? Yeah, no worries. It's fine, Jack. Type away. Okay, whilst you're typing, Jack, what I'll say is, for me, it's really good hearing, all the positives that you offer, that you all bring. Okay, it's absolutely brilliant because, typically across, the network, breakfast clubs can be up and down in terms of a positive experience, some more than others. And what we find is actually, getting the children there can be a struggle. And what I mean by that is getting the children to book on, getting the schools to buy into the process. I think, breakfast clubs for the network are one of the least activities that are taken, rather than, let's say, an after-school club. But then once we've got the children there, it's absolutely vital that we keep them there. The retention of them is key. And how we do that is by, you're dead right in what you've already said, making it energetic, fun, engaging, showcasing your knowledge, giving the children a bit of a voice and some freedom. So that's all brilliant, okay? What about if I flip that around? Because we know what we're good at, and I think it's always good to start with that. What if I now flip that around and said, okay, which area would you really like to make an improvement on? So you can either, if you all put a comment in, what area, have a few seconds to think about it, maybe 30 seconds of reflection, what area would you highlight that you need to make an improvement on? And cheers, Jack, for putting your comments in. Jack, just reading your comment, I think it's absolutely brilliant that you're putting here some kind of thinking activities as well, cognitive thinking. That's brilliant. It's not all about just getting them running around, it's getting them thinking, and getting them actually engaged in their brains, because it's a vital part of the day. Let's just not focus on getting them there and getting them active. Let's focus on getting them there active with both mind and body. That's really good. Great point, Jack. Chloe, so your key area for improvement is the promotion of the club. You haven't had a breakfast club for the last 2 terms. Okay, we'll come on to that. Anyone else? Thanks, Chloe. You didn't have the biggest numbers. Okay, didn't like getting there early. That's fine. Well, like I say, we can maybe offer some insight into that. Anything else? Anyone else? Or is it just me and Chloe in the conversation? No numbers from Jack, no definitive reason. Okay. Yeah, there was Harry. Okay, well, let's focus on that one then. So, low numbers can, potentially be a bit of a downer, so to speak. It's like with an after-school club as well. If you're planning an activity and you require 8 children, 12 children, however many it'll be, for the activity to look good and work properly, but you're struggling because you haven't got the numbers, it can be a bit of a barrier. So promotion is key. Every franchise does this differently. Some will have a set promotion team that will do a lot of communication and contact for you. Others will kind of give the APs the opportunity to drive their own numbers. Both are really good models that can be effective in different ways. In terms of low numbers, how we can overcome that, well, from my experience, the barriers are either the children and parents don't know how good our activities are. Why might that be? Why might the children or the parents not know how good our activities are? What might the reasons be? Freddie, if you just heard my son shout out one of the answers, just goes to show he's on the ball. So why might the children or parents not know? Yeah, that's great stuff. Might not have seen it. Nothing been sent home.
The children might not sort of talk too much about what they've done. If the parents what they've done today, they might might not be very talkative about it.
Yeah. So let's just talk about some of them points. So, one, they haven't seen the activities. Okay, what an absolute barrier that is. If we haven't showcased what we're offering, no one's going to see it and go, I want to do that. Nothing might get sent home. So, yeah, you know, I'm sure we've all been there. We've taken leaflets or paperwork into school, asked them to go out in book bags. They might not get done. They might just get put straight on the table to file. Likewise, on the flip side of that, they might go home, but certainly as a parent myself, my lad comes home with his book bag, and there sometimes can be 5 or 6 different leaflets in there. Parents haven't always got time to read them all, so they may get missed. Children aren't telling them how good they are, and how that, so children aren't speaking to each other. So, for example, at the playground, lunchtime, what have we done today? Oh, I came here really early and did the active club, etc., etc. Lack of media, no photos, no videos being uploaded on the websites, no relationship with the parents. Spot on again, Jack. And again, with breakfast clubs at the start of the day, so the children may forget. I'll be more excited about the after school club. Okay, last thing they did. Brilliant. Lots of really good content there, guys. So let's look at some together. Let's look to overcome these barriers. They may not have seen any of the activities. How can we overcome that? How can we change what we're currently doing so that the parents and children can see the great work we're doing? What can we do?
Maybe get the parents to come and see one of your sessions.
Yeah? So how are we going to do that?
Maybe speak to the head teacher and ask them if the parents can come in maybe on the first week or maybe in the last week, just to see how the kids have developed in the last week.
Yeah, brilliant. So getting the head teachers involved is absolutely key. But actually, we're then looking at maybe putting some work going on to the head teacher. Can they set up communication? It might be another leaflet or another message or another email going home. So what else can we do? Think about where do we deliver our breakfast clubs typically?
Mornings.
Yeah, whereabouts? So whereabouts in the school do we deliver them?
In the hall.
In the halls. Where are the children and parents naturally waiting? So when you bring the children to school, where do the parents stand? Where do the children wait before they go into class? Do they stand in the hall? Do they stand in the corridors?
Outside.
Outside, on the playground. Yeah? Could we not take our activity outside? Could we not set up an area, like we do with after school clubs, when all the parents are collecting children and we see all our after school football clubs going on, or basketball, whatever it might be? Could we not, one more, say to the school, would it be okay for this week or a couple of days this week if I take my my breakfast club onto the playground in a nice safe area where the parents and children can see what I'm doing? We might use that as a promotion opportunity. We could get someone else along with us. So if I was delivering the activity, I might say there might be another member in my team who's come along and be with me. And I might say, okay, we're going to set up our archery. Might not do the long distance one because obviously the space allowing it. But as the children arrive with their parents, they're going to see archery going on or another game, whatever it might be. And naturally, they're going to gravitate and they're going to want to drift towards it. If we then said, well, can't have a try, can't have a go. As they're joining in, the other member of staff with us can speak to their parent. Speak about what they're doing, what they're learning over the course of a 6 or 12-week program, what content they may cover. Parents then get engaged in conversation. We can have a booking form. We can, the children are talking about it. Straight away, parents, children, we've broken down that barrier of them seeing our activity. Who thinks that's a good idea or a good process? Anyone? Anyone going to bring that into their work? Cheers, Harry. Yeah, good idea. Thank you very much. Who else put on their lack of numbers? Chloe, you put lack of numbers. Was that something you'd offer? Something you could look at? Yeah, good stuff. Okay, so just to really give you some kind of key feedback on that, when I worked within a franchise, we ran this as a pilot in terms of delivering some of the activities outside, and we found that our numbers rocketed over that term because they were actually seeing it and wanted to be involved based on the fact their children were going, can I go and join in? Parents saw an opportunity, actually I can drop the children off early at school. One, they're having a positive start to the day, they're learning for an extra 45 minutes, plus I then haven't got a rush to get to work as well. So it worked really well. Excellent. So let's look at some of the other points on here. So we put on here, nothing gets sent home, so they can't tell the parents about it. Sorry, my son is in the background. Apologies if you can hear him. Harrison, I'm not cool. You have to wait. You have to wait. You're going to have to wait. I have to wait. Apologies for that, guys. So, in terms of lack of media, okay, lack of media, and obviously getting the kind of the message out there. Could we speak to the school? I'm sure they'll have lots of different forums. So they may have pupil asset or pupil assist. They may have loads of different opportunities where they send key work home. Could we not say, okay, well, let's get some photos taken by TA, the head teacher, deputy head, come out during the club, take some photos, send it out to parents via the parent forum, communication network, where they go, okay, as you can see, we've got Premier delivering our archery club this morning or gymnastics club. As you can see, the children have learned lots of jumping, lots of smiley faces, a little link on there to book your place, click on this. Yeah? So it's about building the relationship and about looking at how we can break down the barriers. That would then tick off the kind of media photos and videos. Breakfast will start the day. So, yeah, we'll talk about that on pop-up. Have an open breakfast club. Yeah, brilliant. So we kind of touched a little bit on that. Have tasters, but likewise, yeah, have open, kind of an open opportunity to allow the children kind of, you know, a free session, so to speak. Competitions. Harry, great point on that. So I think we look at this a lot for after school club and sometimes lunch times as well, but actually, how can we really look to maximize the value of what we're offering? So whether that's before, during or after school, do we have an end target? Do we have an opportunity where we say to all the parents who are booked on their children, do we say, right, on week 6, we're going to run a mini competition where we're going to invite you along. Again, some may be able to come, some may not be through work commitments. But again, it's that offer in there. Likewise, bring a friend along. Come and see what you showcase to your friend. So if your parents can't come, could they pick a friend to come with them and say, right, I'm going to show you what I've learned. What does that friend then do? So if I've gone and watched a friend of mine half an hour early at school, delivering or showcasing what they've been learning throughout the last half term, what might they want to do?
They'll want to do it as well.
Yeah, they're going to go home, aren't they? Parents are going to go, how was, let's say, little Charlie's session today, David? Oh, Charlie was brilliant. He hit the bullseye 3 times in archery, or he did a really good jump and star jump off the platform. Oh, was it fun? Yeah, it looked brilliant. It looked like he's really enjoying it. He's learnt loads. I'd really like to do it as well. Before you know it, it's a kind of supply and demand effect. Yeah? So, like with everything, and there are always potential issues or areas that we need to improve, it's about, okay, do we know the area of what we need to improve on or that we need to break down in terms of a barrier? And then it's about creating a strategy of how to overcome it. All right? So, I'm just looking through the chat box. Anything else I've missed? Anyone want to just maybe say anything? Anything I've missed? Now I've got the dog barking. I'll put D-Little's house in here in a minute, guys. No? Everyone happy? Yes?
Yeah, no, that was really useful.
Cheers. Right, okay, good stuff. Thanks for your comments. So, we've kind of touched on this a little bit already. Do parents actually see what you're delivering? They don't, okay? Unless they've inquired about joining or they've asked to come along, they don't get to see what it is we're doing, okay? So actually what we need to do is break down that barrier. So like I've said, can we run an outdoor session? Now, obviously for gymnastics, we're not going to take all the equipment outside. Another way of making it attractive, if we have to be indoors, is open the blinds. If you can see through from the playground, the halls near that, let's open the blinds. Let's open the doors. Can we get some music on? Can we make it so the parents, can we get a whiteboard and go, today Premier is delivering a gymnastics club. Pop your head through the door and have a look. Come and join in. So we can't always take it outside. What we can do is try and bring the outside in. And then open a drop-in session. So like we've talked about, just saying, okay, well, on week 1 or week 2, whatever it needs to be, we're going to, offer the opportunity for everyone to get involved. So I think about maximising the session, numbers are the absolute vital, okay? They are a numbers game for a lot of schools. They want to see that the children are buying into the process, not particularly with money, but actually turning up and getting the most out of it. The way to do that is to showcase to the school that we are doing everything possible. I've never come across any head teacher or any kind of senior figure in a school who has either turned down or potentially rejected any ideas an AP has had to raise the profile for not only their school, but for the offering to the parents and the children. Okay, so as a AP delivering, don't just turn up, expect to go sign in, be the brilliant AP that you normally are, and just turn up into the hall or sit yourself up and then wait for children to come to you, deliver your session, and then leave again. I appreciate timetables might be tight, but actually spend 10, 15 minutes afterwards. Feed him back. Speak to the school. Can we take some images? Can we take some videos? Can we then go on to the parent notice board, which is normally located outside, where they can see it as they walk in or out, and get the photos up on the board, get Premier logos on there, get the branding right. Showcase what it is. Next term, we are delivering, the club on offer is. Put it all on there, showcase everything that you're doing, and then, it's that supply and demand again. Places will be restricted. We're only taking on 12 or 14 or 16, however many you're going to allow. To say, to guarantee your place, pop your name on the list now. Naturally, if you then put on there, okay, let's say 6 people have signed up, 50% is still available, or might then go down to 20. People then are thinking about it, don't want to miss out. And naturally, and I'll kind of pose this question to yourselves, and please answer it if you feel you're walking through your local high street or your town centre, wherever it may be, the city centre, and you see a stall which is everyone's gathering towards it. It might be a street performer, it might be a stall that's selling something, it could be anything. If people are gravitating and it's that strength in numbers and people are crowding around it, naturally, what do you want to do? You want to drift towards it. You can feel yourself being pulled in. All right, you just want to feel, what's everyone else looking at? What are they over there for? What am I potentially missing out on? Whereas if someone might be selling a brilliant product or delivering some great performance, but if no one else is looking at it, you'll just walk past them and won't even notice it potentially. Okay? How can we get the parents to gravitate towards your clubs? Supply and demand, make it attractive, go all out, build those relationships. Yeah. So, guys, that's kind of it for me really today. I think there's quite a few little key nuggets I think on there in terms of how we can look at the numbers, how we can showcase what we're doing, and then how we can really look to cement the club moving forward. What else can we, what else can we do? That's what you've got a way to think about. And what I'd say is create your own strategy, create your plan for moving forward. So at the moment, schools aren't in. We know that, that's fine. So when the schools are back open again, what's your strategy going to be? How are you going to make sure you're showcasing that value of that breakfast club and maximising the time frame? Guys, going to stay on for the next sort of 5 minutes. We've finished early. Anyone wants to ask any questions, speak about anything related, more specifically, please do. I'll stop the recording. We can have maybe an open chat, but if not, then thank you for your time and have a great day.